Let's play. Yeah. This is the sorcerer. We already beat the game with the rogue. And so what that let us do was transfer a bunch of awesome gear over to the sorcerer.
Please, listen to me.
So he's
Bishop Lazarus. You let us down here to
coming in here with some good odds, I would say.
Now everyone is dead, killed by a demon.
The labyrinth is very challenging
Find this butcher
for a
and
new
slay him,
wizard,
so
a new
that our
sorcerer
souls
that
may
is.
finally rest.
But we should have a pretty good shot with this one. You'll see.
The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
Oh, a little bit of charge bolt coming at you. Yeah, you'll notice this sorcerer is much stronger, just overall. If you started the game with a sorcerer, you probably won't have this experience. It'll be much more challenging for you. Okay, so your stats won't be as high, and you won't have as many magic spells. So I would really recommend that you start the game with a warrior or a rogue. Play through it. If you can handle that, save up some equipment with those characters and transfer it over to the sorcerer. Then you'll be ready to go. Firebolt, great spell. Fireball, that's one of the ones you really want to get. Another one I'd recommend for later in the game, Chain Lightning, a lot of fun. I always liked the Firewall too, but it's tricky to use at times. You need to place them extremely well to get the most effect. Yeah, just cruising through the labyrinth here. Oh, not enough mana. Yeah, that's something you'll hear often from the sorcerer. And that's another reason why they're so tricky to use, because you're constantly having to buy these mana potions. You know, it adds up, so you want to have a nice stack of gold to quench his thirst for mana. And you can learn the spell more than once. Like, for example, he just read that book. You can find the same book again and read it again. And what it does is the spell itself will level up. And it will become stronger and potentially more cost effective. So you don't have to spend as much mana typically. Everyone likes that bang for the buck, value for the dollar. Here we are at the butcher's lair. Oh, this guy is a challenge. Again, if you have a sorcerer, a new sorcerer, like with no weapon upgrades coming in here, good luck, okay? He's just coming at you. See, I'm lucky when he hits me, I don't take a lot of damage. But that's because we're wearing some pretty good armor and equipment that gives us a 1-up in that area. You can see we got the mana shield happening. That's that gray sphere above his head. That means we have the mana shield activated. So our mana points are essentially our hit points right now. If we switch to the fireball spell, yeah, fireball, deadly. So there you go, it took quite a few hits with that fireball spell to finish him off. You would definitely not have that spell at this point in the game. You're lucky if you can find it midway through the game, perhaps. So we took out the butcher. Continuing on in the labyrinth. That's another funny thing with this game. Each time the level loads, you need to cast that mana shield again. It's like the whole thing just reloads. Yeah, just rocking it with that firebolt spell. Oh, and that staff he's wielding right now, pretty deadly. Just the stats on it. You know, it's not a magic staff, but it's a staff that makes this character here a little more like a warrior right now. Those staff blows are doing some hefty amounts of damage. Some Donatello action. He was a good turtle, you know, I would say, if you're a Turtles fan. King Leorix too. So again, you know, this battle here would be extremely difficult for the sorcerer if you had just started one. Just roasting him. Wow. Yeah, just keep stacking up those magic points. Because you gotta remember that magic basically acts as your hit points. Your vitality, you know? So you're getting a lot of value by putting those points in that magic area. The sorcerer, he doesn't really need a lot of dexterity or strength necessarily. And again, this game caps you. So for example, the sorcerer, there's only a certain amount of strength points that he can get because strength isn't really his expertise. So the game will only let you give him like maybe 50 strength points. That's the cap. Yeah, get that mana shield back up. Without that mana shield, I think he only has like 30 hit points. Something like that. Not very much. Here comes Leoric. Wow, just roasting him with that firebolt. Wow. This guy is not messing around. What else could we do? Try some lightning. Hey. You like some electrocution? No, that doesn't seem to work very well. Elemental, yeah. This spell's pretty cool. Just runs right through him and on to the next target, I guess. Wow, not even phasing him. Yeah, it looks like we gotta retreat. Again, not enough mana. It's always complaining about that mana. Okay, here we go. Came packing. Packing mana. Where's that spell? Yeah, mana shield. You want to have that mana shield up if you have it. Fireball, wow. Just toasting him. He doesn't want to go down though. Look at this guy. Let's get a golem. Summon a golem. Well, that was easy. All those firebolt spells, elemental spells, and fireball spells didn't really want to do it. But yeah, that golem sure took him out. The undead crown. See, as you can see, just much easier. Do yourself a favor. Don't start a sorcerer unless you're ready for it. Being ready means you have the right equipment and spell books to teach him something. To give him a fighting chance. And we continue through the labyrinth.